It's the showcase of immortals. It's the once-in-a-lifetime conduit of joy. It's that feeling that every human being has got a genuine stakehold in. It's the universal box office, and it returns to us live from different parts of the world, from Europe, from Asia, from everywhere. Football is back. The English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, everything and everyone that cares about football is big on this particular weekend. And if you're crazed and absolutely in love with the football game, just like everyone on this table of men is, you should be excited. Hello and welcome. This is another edition of the Inside Podcast, the one and only true quality podcast, football podcast in the continent of Africa and Nigeria. My name is Babajide Guerrero. It's okay to say we are live. And the boys are looking very sharp for this one. They are looking very, very good. The truth is, we all have been waiting. Days turned into months. No, days don't just turn into months like that. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Months didn't turn into a year, thankfully. The English Premier League is back, and so is every other thing. We got IBK is opposite me, seated opposite me, even though he kept everybody waiting. Henry is currently pissed off. You should hit your head on against that wall because you came in very late. Henry is behind the camera, guys. Why did you come late?
But I don't tell you now.
Tell everybody.
I don't tell you.
Tell everybody as you tell me.
I don't tell you it's in a traffic.
Guys, there's no day in this life that IDK is ever early. And there's always traffic.
IBK is never early. But if we talk, he go talk something. IBK said he left Surulere at 9 a.m. And he got here
to 1.
2.
To 2.
In the afternoon.
Yes.
Waiting happen.
Where you go?
Then they do party for Express.
No move at all, I swear.
IBK, but you dey lie. That's the problem. You too dey lie. And you keep straight face. You dey lie.
I tell you, say no. Okay, I will check your map now. Check out.
Check out to do it.
To check out for the traffic where don't go.
Check your map from Surulere reach here. Try and.
I know they check anything because
So
you know
what
it's
you
wrong
make
for
happen?
me.
If
Because
you know-
of-
make
At
I
least
check?
you go bring out 3 hours.
I don't
What
care,
if you
man.
don't bring out 3 hours, okay?
Then I dey lie be that.
Oh, you did lie before.
And you do realize that the number of this way you say you use now 5 hours. You said you left 9. You got here to 2. That's about 5 hours. So even if you show
you
3
go down-
hours, it's still
No, you don't
early
reduce.
compared to when you
don't
come.
reduce. because
No,
time don't go
I
now.
don't feel believe.
You go don't reduce by this time.
Guys,
check him.
IBK is one of the few human beings alive that if he tells you good afternoon, you have to go outside
And check
to confirm
if it's
whether
actually afternoon.
it is afternoon or in the morning. We got Olakule Rufa, of course. He's already made himself known. My boy, what's popping, man?
I'm good though. I'm very happy about the fact that people can still call me boy because some people say I'm old. When you hear that boy, you know that
If me, I call you boy now, you be going to say that kid.
that's it.
Everybody now
That's
kid.
it.
They know who
He's
says that.
a kid.
Everybody that kid. How old you be?
He's a kid. Well, we got a fresh from the yard, fresh gentleman coming in. This is a guy who pushes a lot of content right there on Instagram. He's really big on the social media space. And so we have a tradition here. We say step forward. Right, so step forward. There's Footsie. What's popping, my boy?
I'm good.
You know, be gentle for you. Oh. Yeah, Des is a very short.
He's warming up.
Baba, me no be interview with this.
Des is a very short man. He's very short. He has a lot of short
Indeed.
comments.
I agree.
Please stand up. Let us see how short you are.
He go come up
Let
for
us put
frame.
this camera up.
He go come up for
He
frame.
guys, let them just. I want you guys to just see him because sometimes when these people are behind their keypad and they're putting yourself. You don't really get to see them.
stand up.
Please stand. Let everybody
Go
see how
be
short.
like this guy and keep out.
Yeah, a short man.
The love of your life can locate
He's
you.
a very
You never
short
can
man.
tell.
He's a short
Wow.
man.
You're taller than Ronaldo.
He's a short. Wait till be that one.
Definitely.
You're taller than
So how
Yeah,
come?
we should-
Why you don't make which sport you they play? You know they play basketball. You know they do long jumps. You know they do.
Just football, but I'm not really good at it. So I prefer talking about it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Anyways, so 6'4"
happy to be
Des
there.
Foot is here. Yeah, but please take no prisoners. Jump into the conversations. That's always when you come here. It's not gentle. All of us are mad.
Violence.
When we get to
I agree.
see the height of violence is like this.
except me. He said all of us are mad. Except me.
All of us are mad.
I'm very
Everybody.
sane.
Rufai is the most violent.
Yes, he's the most violent person. He raises it like
You
this.
don't get joy. You don't get joy.
All right, guys. So we thank you. We thank you very much for
all.
always being there for us. We cannot thank you enough for being part of this huge family. You know, UB made a claim the last time to get the subscribers follower up, and I really want to second that. Please, I'm reiterating.
I think we're almost there.
We're almost there. We need you guys to please continue. It's not easy, but hey, you guys have stuck with us even when standing wasn't easy. So there's a caveat I want to do for this show. You know, before we start, let me just put it out there. This is to whom it may concern. So yesterday was Wednesday. We record the podcast on Thursday so that on Thursday evening it drops, Friday and then it drops and all. So yesterday was Wednesday. Yeah. I hosted a Wednesday wedding in Lagos yesterday.
For which side?
On the island. The event center was at the Civic Center, right? And it was a big event. It was good and stuff. Yeah, but here's why I'm saying to whom it may concern. I didn't get home until about 1:45 a.m. because people partied from 6 p.m. when I started the event till late. There were a lot of smoke in the air, right? You know, things were there. As I was seeing Canadian, I was seeing Somalian, I was seeing Afghanistan, I was seeing Ghanaian. So what I'm saying is that I do not take alcohol and I do not smoke.
No, you smoke.
But unfortunately for me, I am. If you say you won't make I stone you this thing.
Why you go say you know this?
I am hungover, right? Now me, when no they smoke, when no they drink, carry headache, go house.
Take and play now.
And I came to this studio today. And I was fed for the first time in the last 10 years of my life by this madman here, by 10 naira buns. So I have no idea where he found buns from.
My brother.
But that buns sweet.
Who sells buns in Lagos, on the island? 10 naira buns.
Actually, I don't pass the guy.
He asked me, I don't know where buns
I don't pass the guy.
Okay.
Person they direct me make I pack. I don't pass the guy. I see the guy they pass it. I just sharply I said, wait. I park first. I come down and go meet the guy. I said, Baba, how much is it? He said 10 naira. I said, what?
He said,
10 naira for Lagos.
Give me 1K.
I said, I don't even buy up to 1K because I didn't have up to that on me. I said, Baba, sell. The guy sell out. And the thing was nice. It was really nice. Small, but you know.
So guys, yesterday I've mixed up smoke and everything that they were putting in this guy.
Canadian and your mates.
It's not easy in my head now. By having headache, even though I did not take out of it, I've never taken one before. And I came to the studio. While somebody could have given me coleslaw and burger and stuff, they gave me 10 naira buns. So I don't chop them. Anything where I talk, remember it's not me. God be with us on this show. Can I hear an amen? Amen. All right, so we go right into it, guys. The English Premier League is back, and so is the Spanish La Liga, and so is the French Ligue 1, and so is the Dutch Eredivisie, and so is every other thing. We were wet with quality. Our appetite was very wet the last time we saw Manchester City take on Liverpool. A taste of what is to come in the season. And it is Darwin Núñez 1, Ireland 0. Let me just throw it in before we go into other things. Before a ball was kicked, who did you think was going to win that game? Des, let me start with you.
Honestly, I felt Manchester City would have won. You know, on the back of, you know, the Haaland hype, the Calvin Phillips signing as well. You know, and knowing how Pep Guardiola is a specialist in one-off games, you know, and his own personal battle with Jurgen Klopp. You know, the ecosystem of that game was like, you know, Manchester City were going to win. But at the end of the day, Núñez, who was very terrible in preseason against United, you know, I saw how he was misplacing passes. There were a lot of jibes on Twitter as well that he was Lukaku reincarnated, you know. So, but at the end of the day, Núñez won the battle, and it was very, very surprising.
Interesting to see that, guys. One of the worst places to ever be in your life. No, I'm just saying, one of the worst places to ever be in your life is on Twitter.
Sure.
If you think you are very good at something, the day you make a mistake, or maybe just make one mistake, or maybe having a rough patch,
for everything,
and people are saying, "Oh, he's a new boy. They just went to Premier League, pity him." Some people said, "No, you see this table, this violence table. We die here. We increase the volume." And you could see how he jubilated, Lakunle.
Yeah.
How he jubilated. That goal, it was just community shield, but to that boy, it kind of meant a whole lot. The relief that, okay, I finally scored a big goal. Even before the goal, it was actually very impactful.
I think that's how powerful social media is. The win for Liverpool wasn't surprising. I predicted on this table that Liverpool were going to win. And
do you know one guy went to predict that people can put their house rent on Man City to win? I
I
almost followed him. Now let me just put this
house
there.
rent?
No be my
I
house
mean, you
strength.
sell the house.
No be my house strength, Papa. I just want to put one small money. Say okay, say because 2 odds, you go come. Something just say, Jide, calm down. No be you
but
they
it
play
go.
this game,
Don't be
Papa?
only you go come.
Papa. When I not score 1 goal, I don't put the money. I can't say, okay, maybe City go equalize. They outplay City. They won't keep City for that game. I can't want to say thank God.
I just had that feeling like Liverpool were more prepared, and up until now, I think Liverpool is still the only team that I don't think City, for all the quality that they have, I think Liverpool is still that team. City
That can really
they are yet to
trouble them.
prove that they can handle Liverpool.
Yeah.
They can win some games against Liverpool, but since Jurgen Klopp became the coach at Liverpool, all of the games that they played against City, City have always struggled against them. It feels like Liverpool feels like they have that code, to play against City, and City just can't handle them. It wasn't surprising that he won, although it was surprising that Haaland missed that many chances.
Yeah.
I thought he could have scored because he had a lot of chances. And for Darwin Núñez, I'm so happy for him because when you come in, more so when you're coming in just after they sold Mane. So even though he's not coming in, he might not be coming in to replace Mane. But the fact that he came in the same window that Mane left, so he felt like that's a replacement for Mane. So now, on that alone, there's a lot of pressure. Then when you add how much he came in for, and then the struggles during preseason, people are already talking about it on social media because these players will tell you, no, I don't read the papers, or I don't see what's online, but it's a lie.
It's a total lie.
Even if they don't read it directly, somebody go show them. They see it somehow.
Exactly.
You understand? So that's why the goal was really big for him. And it also shows going into the new season, the same issue City has always had since Pep, became the manager defensively. Because that goal Núñez scored was a goal that should never happen.
Poor defending. No be lie. Well said. I was going to come to you, IBK, with this thought. Do you feel... I mean, he mentioned something very important, that Pep is yet to really decode Liverpool. And now, is that because they are almost at par in terms of quality? Or just maybe the tactical supremacy of Jurgen Klopp, who for me has the most artificial dentition in the history of football. Have you seen the Jurgen Klopp smile? He's too perfect. He's too perfect. He's too white. Even if you go get that kind of white teeth, make it get brown smalls there.
If he be camera.
Even Firmino self.
And Firmino, when he got to Liverpool from Hoffenheim, he was like this.
Yeah.
And then now, when you get to Liverpool, your dentition won't change. It's like they have a contract with all these doctors that when you have to, for you to be a Liverpool player or whatever, for you to be a red, you have to have perfect dentition. It doesn't have to be perfect, but hey, what do you think? Pep Guardiola struggles genuinely. I think I agree with what.
Yeah, I think
said.
it now boils down to Klopp now having psychological edge, which means that even if Klopp should,
Who has won more games between both of them?
I think it's
I
now.
think
It should be now. It should be
Klopp.
Klopp now. Should be
Yeah,
Klopp now.
it's Klopp.
So the thing is, even if Klopp should bring the 4 of us to play against City, that's what I mean by psychological edge. I feel Guardiola will still be scared.
Yeah, that one where you just talk, you know work.
No. See, Pep is
I
someone.
bet me I
Pep
know
is
You
Sure.
someone
wait till
that-
say you know how you
Pep
play
is
ball.
someone that. Pep
Me
is
no know
someone that.
that.
If you look at his antecedents, you can't have one manager, override him every now and then. He would always find a way around it. So it was more like a tactical battle before, but the way it is now, I think it is more of in being down psychologically against Klopp. That's the truth. So even if they play that game 10 times, I'm not saying Pep wouldn't have a chance to win it.
Yeah.
But there will still be this. Liverpool will definitely get this one done. Liverpool players, they don't get scared. The way they play, they come at City. They don't look as if these guys are ahead of us.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
But they are not.
If City and Liverpool should play 38 games, I'm sure Liverpool will win more.
And it's interesting.
I'm sure
because-
Liverpool will win more. So
Because seeing the battle with between Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, it always reminds us of the Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger's battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
The
closest.
Jose Mourinho and
You're
Arsene
very
Wenger
correct,
as well.
very
So,
correct.
it just shows that the Premier League, why it's this exciting, why is this dramatic.
True.
And apart from the football, the football that we watch on the pitch as well. A lot of fans, enjoy these battles between managers, and it's very, very exciting to see.
But they are
between
friends
Pep
anyway. So
Yeah, indeed. They'll be
They are
friends.
good friends.
If they will be friends off the pitch, but once they're on that
But as
pitch,
it did now,
But I have
Pep
a-
no go
I
born
have
being
a-
friend again.
I have a very-
I remember. Sorry, I remember when I said this stuff year before. I remember when Mourinho was at Madrid, and in one of his interviews, he said that he realized that his first game against Barca, he lost 5-0, and he realized that some of the players were friends with Barcelona players, Xavi, Iniesta.
yeah.
Like they
Because
were
of the
WhatsApp friends, they
national
chat,
team.
they do all these things. He said he had to tell them in training that, come, if you see first, you need to, this is a mental battle now. You need to forget that this person is
But
your
it's true
friend.
now.
yeah, true.
But it's true now.
You
If
You need to forget
if
that.
You and I,
It has to be
if you
personal.
and I remember when even before I played anything that seemed like professional football, I used to play on the streets. My younger brother, no. Once we enter field, if you're on the opposition team, my worry, when we reach house, later,
As in,
I will-
yeah.
I
brothers.
go kick you.
on
Yeah.
the pitch, your enemies,
Yeah.
I go
obviously.
knock you.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
add to what you just said about Mourinho, there's a documentary
That's
on
what it's supposed to
YouTube, about the La Liga that Mourinho won in 2012. In the changing room of Real Madrid, there were pictures of all Barcelona players, from Puyol to Messi, Xavi, Iniesta. Mourinho was, kind of like reminding the Real Madrid players that these guys, they are the enemy.
Of course,
you
now,
are-
that you-
you guys may
they
be
see them as friends,
Spaniards, but-
because and it affected the national team anyway.
True.
But
That's actually one of the. I think it just takes me to the last time I was here. I said I was going to mention something about if football is genuinely the friendly sport. I think it has now become that a lot of people now have a lot of friends.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You
become
want to
soft.
huddle up. Hey, my good brother, we kiss and make up. Oh,
Even in derbies.
Oh yeah, and even in derbies, you see John Stones and Maguire.
and Maguire.
My brother, my G.
guy.
And that thing makes Roy Keane mad. Like, what the heck is wrong with you, right? Yeah, so all of those stuff. I mean, it's a total contrast to when we saw Roy Keane and Vieira get at it then.
Yeah.
When we saw the likes of Aston Villa take on is it West Brom now? They come from the same Midlands.
Sunderland.
Stuff.
Sunderland,
Sunderland, yeah, even Sunderland, Newcastle,
Birmingham.
all of those stuff, yeah. All those Birmingham, yeah, all those West Midlands states. Now, from the top of your head, guys, who are the football bad boys that you miss? It just came to me now.
Football bad boys.
Casano.
Football
Yeah,
bad
that you
boys.
miss.
Casano.
Yeah,
Antonio
Casano is a football
Cassano.
bad boy.
Yeah, he's an
Definitely.
animal.
I think he's the baddest.
No,
he's
you
the
get
baddest.
uncles, oh.
He's the
Miguel
baddest.
de Jong.
I
You get
swear.
uncles, oh.
Manchester City's
The guy now
Nigel
bad.
de Young.
missing.
If you check-
I mean,
if
you have
you
to-
check the
Sergio
rankings.
Ramos has to be there now.
Sergio Ramos
has to be there. This young
Balotelli.
man, Balotelli, definitely.
Balotelli, fair enough. I think
Balotelli
that's the
in his
last one.
prime.
That's the last
Yeah.
of his kind.
This one is not very popular. This man at Bolton when JJ was there that time.
Ivan Campo.
No, what's his name? Kevin Davis.
Kevin Davis, yes,
Kevin
yes,
Davis.
yes. He was equally an animal. But you guys have forgotten a guy, a Brazilian that also played for Fiorentina. His name is Edmundo.
Edmundo.
His nickname is the animal. So that's why I was
that's
telling
the
you
guy, that's
when you
Edmundo
say Antonio
is crazy.
Cassano is a bad. I was like, no,
No,
Edmundo
if you-
the animal.
If you check who Cassano
I don't
was.
know waiting Cassano.
Yeah,
dog.
Cassano bad. Oh.
I don't know.
Also, this guy
I
that
read
played
about
at West Ham.
Cassano and
The Canio.
Paulo Di
Later-
Canio. You're very correct.
Later managed them.
Have we
later
ever
on,
forgotten the guy who gave a fan a flying kick?
Yes.
Eric Cantona.
Cantona.
As good as so. I mean, those players are like
miss
they are
those guys,
extinct
definitely.
now. Yeah, we miss them. I think
the
football has now
problem
become
is,
Yeah,
the
I
problem
think
is
because it's social
footballers-
media footballers now.
Footballers don't really, they don't see it as
Do or die anymore.
As do or die. Like I was reading one history about Liverpool, and
What's happening, IBK? You've been reading a lot.
when
You don't really read before. You don't really study book before.
when Liverpool sign, like when they sign you now, they take you to clubs do it anyways, but Liverpool take you to their stadium. That this is Anfield stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is just more than what it is there. When I was reading that stuff, and they let you know their tradition. One of the legends was saying that the problem with footballers now is that it's like you getting admission into Unilag now and you don't know the history of the school. You just know all about that. Make I just go school, go read, go come out. You don't. That's why you see some people that you don't want to fight for the name of the school. So it's just the same thing like that. You are in Liverpool, you should know the mentality. You should know the history of the club. You should know who their rival really is. You should know this thing, you should know that.
Yeah.
So I think when players don't get enough proper education of the club they play for, that's why you see the likes of John Stones, wanting to hug Harry Maguire after a Manchester derby. So if you understand,
I don't think I think what you're saying makes sense, but I don't think it is just down to not having.
I think it's one off.
Yeah,
I think it's one off. I was
yeah.
gonna go there too.
But
It's one off.
personally, I think it has to do with obviously for every step of the way, different things in the world right now, there's a change of ideology and change of how things should be generally. Okay. So even the clubs that you're talking about, that they don't give the players, proper education about the tradition of the club, you should know this, you should know that. Now at the club, are they willing to do those kind of things now? Because now they also want to look good on social media. They also want to look like they are not because these
violent
days
club.
these days there's a very thin line between these are our values, these are our ways, and you are a terrible animal. Very fine line between now you're talking about values. Before somebody just see something, they say these people, they are terrible, they are animals, they behave like slave masters, so there's a very fine line and it goes viral, and then the club they're now in the defensive. So I think there's a change of how things should be done generally, but I also think it is down to the players, because me personally, even when they play ball where money no dey involved. We they play ball where money no dey involved. It is just the way I see it.
Yeah.
When we play, I'm playing because I want to win.
Yeah.
That's number one. If I don't win, well, I'm already, back in the day, if we play ball, say maybe we'll go play match or something, or even training, and I do badly by myself, I know that today training, I was nonsense. Immediately, it feels like I want the next training session to be that same evening or tomorrow. Because I want to have an opportunity immediately to correct everything I did wrong the day before. So naturally, how much more game with football, where money they involved, we feel be friends. But if we play that kind of thing, we lose. They Roju me learn now.
Yeah.
You don't feel I go to follow you, they laugh.
There's
After I just lost the
exactly.
Champions League final to you.
And I think social media as well had a part to play.
Yes,
You
yeah.
get?
Yeah,
Because
there's-
now,
Everybody's
very
trying to be
correct.
nice.
Nowadays,
Everybody's trying to be acceptable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you kind of see more things about another person's life.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
when you are not with them.
Exactly.
On WhatsApp, you can view their WhatsApp status on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
On Instagram stories, like back in the day, someone like Roy Keane and Vieira, they probably will not see anything about each other until
you meet them.
Yeah. But now you might be following each other on
Exactly.
Instagram.
And it's a good thing.
So there's
it's a
this-
good point
yes.
that you mentioned,
Yeah.
because even also, I think also it has kind of reduced how much appreciation people give to the process and to achievements. So for example, back in the day when if you want to do jump, that time, there's a difference between polytechnic jump and university jump.
Maybe lie.
If you want to go polytechnic, go buy polyjam.
No
You
be
want to go
lie,
university,
Polyjam
go
dey.
buy.
Whoa.
And at some point, there was a bit of a mental idea that people when they buy university jam, be like say they be higher level kind of people. That people there. Then now,
Nobody
also,
go on buy Polyjam.
nobody want go poly. Now
Yeah.
poly now like say second
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
So now also, if you wanted to buy the form, it doesn't matter where you are in the states. I think Jam used to have their offices, in each state. But I remember very well in Lagos, you have to go to Jam office and queue. It doesn't matter how many people in Lagos they Jam office that day. We won't buy
You
form.
go queue.
When your results come out, you go there, go queue.
You go queue.
To collect your original results, you go again another day,
queue.
go queue.
Okay.
Before you can't go face the
Maybe now their office for Ikoyi.
for Ikoyi.
So
Before you
there was a process.
the process,
process.
and eventually that was why at the time having admission, being in
a
an
big
admission was a
deal.
big deal.
Yeah.
When you come back into your community, people are like that guy did social university, that guy did social university,
That
and
guy,
even
he scored 240 for Jam.
exactly, he scored
Big
240,
deal.
he scored 230, big deal. Even you yourself, you know that it means so much. You don't want to disappoint your parents because a lot has gone into it, even from you and from them. Your parents maybe would have to follow you to the office and queue with you.
Kunle, how many times you write Jam? Because the way we talk him, you go know say
Don't
So
see.
much
this
passion.
thing
No,
mean
Don't see.
No. Not
This means more.
Not be because me, I get the direct experience. Even though I also went through the process of going
Yeah,
to
of
the
course.
place
Of course.
and queuing for my original result, but I never went there to queue to buy form. I know they that old. But I had, you know, I
Even
get
yourself,
senior
that the
brothers.
original this
You
thing,
get,
go
I get
there
senior
and
brothers we
collect
don't do, but also,
that process. So
yeah,
the
but
way-
also me, I've always had the.
you are very
you know,
spot on. You are very spot on. But we also need to also say that, I mean, just for me to just put in my last card on this, I think sometimes some coaches are also afraid. I would explain. We are Liverpool, right? We have a culture. Just to add to that thing you read, guys. I mean, if you don't know, you know it. You see that this is Anfield thing at the tunnel when you're going out.
When you're going, yeah.
It is forbidden for an away player to touch it. Yeah. In Liverpool, it is forbidden. You can quote me anywhere. You can ask it anywhere. You can Google it. It is for an away player cannot touch it. That's why the Van Dijks will touch it.
Yeah.
The Gerrard will touch it. The
touch it.
Carragers will touch it.
It means
The Milners will touch it.
And you have to respect that
The
fact.
Smitzer will touch it. It's a tradition. Away player can never touch that. This is Anfield. They tell you can't, right?
So when you are coming to Anfield, they tell you this is what they want.
yeah. Why do you think those players, when they lost to who that's in Atletico Madrid, or I think it was Atletico Madrid that Liverpool lost to, that Robertson, them, they tell you they are coming to Anfield. They are coming to Anfield because there's this.
they know that when you
this-
come to
there's
our
pride.
house,
Yeah, there's this belief in
it
Anfield.
be like when that snake carry they squeeze president
Yeah.
will go squeeze you. You
So
know
there's
say
this-
it's different.
There's this
Yeah, a
belief.
club said something after they lost 3-0 to Barca. He said that he's not saying that they are going to go through, but they will.
But it will be different.
Barca will see a different Liverpool.
You
at
see,
Anfield.
you see my biggest,
Omo.
my biggest disappointment or worry about modern day football is how it's almost as if the mental and the psychological side of the game has almost been, taken
Yeah.
out completely.
Truly.
So even with coaches now, you now have coaches, and that's why I'm not a fan of quite a number of them, who also have maybe reduced the game to entirely to this is how I want it to be played.
Numbers,
I've seen
stats.
numbers, stats,
Yes,
position,
yes.
and
Yeah.
reduced-
Mapping-
they've taken out completely the effect of the
mental
genius
edge.
in every player,
Yeah.
the mental edge a
Mental
player
edge.
or a team can have. That's my biggest. Because look,
You know this thing you said was also said by a good friend of mine, Abiodun Benzi. He mentioned it, to be honest, that these days players now they can't even express themselves because this is how we play. If you play another way, you get a tongue
they can't
lash.
even express themselves.
You can't express yourself. That's why the likes of the Ronaldinhos are like they're an extinct
They
breed.
came at Lukaku when he said something about being expressive in his own way. You remember the
Yeah.
interview, and that after the interview, that was the end of Lukaku at Chelsea.
See, I played the game
And
last Sunday.
before players, olden days players, they will come and tell you. that
I
they don't-
do-
they don't-
I did to-
You have to throw it.
I had to ping it.
Yeah, ping it.
I played the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
UB was there, so I have witness. Played the game. There was no sets. Usually we have sets. And because we play in the evening, so it's interesting. There's no problem of sun or heat or anything. We start by 7, we end at 9:09. So there was no set. So it was us, and it was 5 aside. My team was losing 14 goals to 10.
4 goals difference.
4 goals difference. And we had about maybe 10 minutes to go. Long story cut short was that we equalized and won. I scored the winner.
Okay.
It was a moment of brilliance. I kid you not.
Heard the video.
A brilliant goal. If I scored one of those goals that's worthy of being the best goal of the tournament, any tournament in the world. Puskas, my brother. Puskas. I'm
So
telling
now
you.
you be with the coach or waiting.
You be just a bloody spectator. So the point I was trying to make was that the mental side of the game.
Which sport can I don't say which sport does you do because it does mean that there's actually possibilities doing one.
Now football now.
You be
But
play,
which
you play
sport?
for school at all.
Which
This
sport
question,
can
why you never
do?
ask am since when you don't come this podcast?
No,
Why you dey
I-
ask me say you be
this-
me
now
and
this-
me and you be go to the same school?
Now this
You
discussion.
be
now.
so this is me calling you out. Maybe when next you come now. When next you
Love
come
it.
You
there.
be where your medal.
You be which sports do you do?
They say why your mental you be.
I play football. Thank God my own witness is here.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Me, I get medal. Me,
What
I
thing you
get-
do you be? Let me just know because now he said they were playing football and you were not even there. and both of you, to the best of my knowledge, live together. You're own brothers. So what do you do exactly? Yeah, but let us also let you know what you do. What we do here is we want you to as well subscribe, keep subscribing, talking to us, tweets, retweets, IG, and that's how Des also actually found us, right? Des is one of the guys who, was a long-time follower over the years, and then he's here with us in the studio.
And I think it's also important to put out. Des is a firm believer in Nigerian content. So
Indeed.
Des is a big guy amongst the Super Eagles.
Indeed.
Players.
Yes, indeed.
He pushes out
content for them.
Nigerian content,
great
every now
stuff.
and then. Nigerian league, Nigerian football.
And speaking of content, big shout out to Des. Speaking of content, it's been a very, very eventful week. For Nigerian football, for the NFL fraternity, for the NPFL, for the PL coming up, Premier League, and of course for me personally, because finally we're able to launch a particular production called The Cabo with Wajide Guerrero. Nice. To be honest, it's been a long time coming. I've discussed with this gentleman here over the years about wanting to do something, and so thank you guys for receiving it. We hope to keep it coming. The idea is just to have fun, just ball in the car, pretty much. So shout out to Inside Podcast for always giving us that platform to express ourselves. Expression it is when the football season kicks off this weekend, and one of the teams that I think should impress us this season should be Arsenal. And here's why. It's that time for us to not make any joke about it.
To be
honest,
honest,
not make any
Guerrero Abeg shake me for this.
to not make
the power for Twitter.
to not make
with
to not make
talk for that last
to
video.
not make any excuse
And this guy
for Uncle
talk and
Arteta
finish.
because he has done video now, all or nothing. He has done video. That all or nothing must happen this season.
Yeah, 1 year within this.
It must happen this season because
lying
number one, I'll be very disappointed if Arsenal doesn't finish in the top 3. And here's why. This is me talking, right? I'm a Man United fan, but I don't even think we're gonna get in the top 4. Yes, but that's there. But here's the reason. I think Chelsea will now be a better club financially under Todd Boehly, who is a financial master planner. But I do not think they will do well with trophies now or maybe next season because of the new change.
Yeah.
And because they have challenges, Tuchel wanting some players, they wasn't able to get them. In a way, mentally, to talk about mental, I think Arsenal should be switched on and be thinking to themselves, Chelsea were bullied, to be honest, in this transfer window. Maybe because of the fact that Todd Boehly is new or something. They wanted Jules Koundé. They were hearing that there were possibilities about Dembele, Rafinha, and maybe Lewandowski or not. But bottom line is that Chelsea wanted some players, they didn't get them. Mm-hmm. Arsenal got every player they wanted. It means a lot for a team that was saying, oh, we don't have enough firepower, we don't have this, we don't have that. And some of their players are looking new. They gave their new boy new contract in Ketia. Gabriel Jesus is there. Other guys is looking fresh. I'm thinking, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but the way they set up, the way they played that preseason.
And I think Torreira will stay.
The way they played that preseason. If Arsenal doesn't finish top 3, because now Liverpool City will always be first and second. That's going to happen. Guys, let's face it.
I try to disagree with what you're saying now because...
With Liverpool and City or which one?
Yeah, I think one of Arsenal...
Yes, you tweeted that thing. Were you dreaming when you tweeted it?
You can put your money on it.
I'm willing to. How much?
One of Arsenal, Chelsea.
How much? How much? No, they do that thing. This guy sound. You say we don't go school. And they talk about Arsenal. You tell me say one of Arsenal or Chelsea. I'm saying Arsenal. Don't say or Chelsea.
That what?
I'm saying Liverpool
you disagree
first,
with what
second.
he said.
You say you disagree, and Arsenal they talk about. You can't say one of Arsenal go displace who?
Either Man City or Liverpool.
No
chance.
You say Arsenal or Chelsea. Arsenal.
My point is that it
will not
be. My point
first
is that
or second.
wait, my point is that it will not be Man City first, Liverpool second, or Liverpool first, Man City second.
Yeah, so what are you disagreeing?
How much you want
with?
put? Exactly. How much you want put?
It's saying that it will be all about Man City and Liverpool.
It
First
will
and
be.
second.
Yeah, obviously.
You are
It will
disagreeing
be.
with that.
Yeah, and I said that either Arsenal or Chelsea.
Will be
Are you just
second.
predicting and hoping it will happen, or you have something reason for that for you that you think that will happen?
I have a reason for that.
What's the reason for that?
Are you
Reason for
looking at
that.
their first 11 only?
Yeah.
No.
What's the reason?
What of the entire
Number
squad?
one, Arsenal have been able to keep
Udumeje they
Saliba.
play for us. Liquid metal. They play for Arsenal.
Yeah, even if I leave, you don't see where they beat liquid metal. You don't see where those police they beat liquid metal.
Liquid metal.
Ah, Abu Dashika is power.
Who you, Koro? Koro, who be you? Who you?
Yeah,
That's my daddy.
Thank God forgive you. That video, that video, I got the pity liquid metal.
So they messed up now. They messed up.
Liquid metal, the Lions.
The Lion. that guy.
Lion, liquid metal.
If you lay your hand on Arteta, he's winning the league.
but really, you guys don't think Arsenal would do anything?
Tell us the reason why you think Arsenal will get into top
Abu
two.
Sheka is power.
I think their squad
Le Patu de
reinforcement.
Sebande is power. These are power I've not
There's a
even
dark horse
touched.
in the Premier League and nobody is mentioning.
Who that?
Aston Villa.
Wait first, Des.
Wait,
Before-
Aston Villa will be that cause.
Des-
Wait
Des-
first,
Des-
to
Des-
which or
Des-
which
Des-
table they
nothing
name?
exciting about Arsenal.
Before we come to your
Aston Villa.
dark ship,
Yeah.
that reason we make you think say Arsenal will get into top two.
Into top 2.
You must tell us.
No way.
So you be báwo gbọ́n mi báyà o fẹ́ máa múlẹ̀ mi báyà that one no dey. Tell us that
Top
reason.
4. You dey talk top 2.
Top
Say
two,
Arsenal go break in. This Arsenal.
You go soon remove this your glass.
They have one of the best strikers in the Premier League now.
How? Where? Why?
You've seen his preseason form, and I want to believe it's not just about it being preseason. I've seen the way Jesus plays normally. I tweeted one thing some time ago, and I said Jesus should have left City a while ago, like 2 seasons ago.
Guardiola was killing him.
He didn't leave.
Because he's someone because I saw him at Brazil.
Say it now. Guardiola was killing
I
him.
tweeted it. I said Guardiola
I'm happy he
underutilized
did not
him.
leave.
I said it.
Guardiola
happy he
was
did not leave.
killing him. You're not
It's
underutilized.
still the same thing.
He's not.
I'm happy
not.
he didn't leave. Yeah, because a young player, a young Brazilian, he's won all the Premier Leagues with Man City. That's a big deal.
Big one.
He's not just a footballer for Arsenal right now. He's a winner. Nobody in that Arsenal setup has
Serial
won
winner.
anything.
See, you see this Arsenal matter.
Nobody in that Arsenal setup has
Exactly
won
my
anything.
point.
You see this Arsenal matter,
And they brought in Zinchenko again. These are players that their mentality is
Switched
They have the
on.
winning mentality,
IBK,
true.
you
But-
said
but
something
again,
that time that
it's a world
what me
class.
I said the last time and what Yubi said the last time. You
yeah,
disagree.
concerning Arsenal.
So what happened with it?
I think Yubi was saying that he doesn't think
Arteta is good enough tactically.
yes that is good enough, and he doesn't think they would go all the way this season.
So that's what you disagree with.
Yeah.
But you still no give us reason.
And I said it now. They've added their squad reinforcement is not just about getting names, and we could see that in the preseason.
Yeah.
There's the way Arsenal plays now with authority. Bro, their opening game tomorrow, I can put it to you that
They will beat Crystal Palace.
they'll blow them off. Trust me.
That'll be difficult. I don't believe that.
There's said
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa,
Aston Villa.
dark horses.
Yeah, dark
Where
horse.
the
Why?
horse go carry the reach?
This horse go like go last dance.
Aston
Oh no,
Villa.
come on, last day. No.
You know that
This horse go last
I
dance.
can't say.
My prediction is that Aston Villa will break into the top 7 at least.
Top 7.
Yeah,
Because-
No,
that one,
this
you
best
that
self. You be
Because-
those one, their horse white man.
If Gerard get caught now, you go
Because-
wipe him for your neck. Because he go be
Their
like
signings, they've made some solid signings. They've
like
Carlos,
who be the side?
Coutinho, permanent.
But it's been
they were there
Robin
last
Nelson, permanent.
yeah.
So they've made, and
They were there last season now.
I believe Gerrard is a top manager. I mean, Gerrard has won a league title, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
He has won a league
I
title
cannot.
against the might of Celtic. We know
Yeah.
how powerful Celtic are in Scottish football.
I
So-
don't have a
but
reason.
this is
I don't have a
Premier
reason to counter what you said about Gerrard. I think
I'm
Gerrard is
saying
sound.
Gerrard against Mikel Arteta. I will put Gerrard over Mikel Arteta.
I
any day.
think
Because he's won the
for a marathon,
But you
I
see-
don't think
But you see this Arsenal. My
Aston
issue with
Villa
Arsenal.
will go.
A lot of people that watch us now, they think we have an agenda against Arsenal. But it's just what it is. We just talk about these things the way we see them.
The way we see it. Exactly.
Now, with Arsenal, everything was going well. Believe you me, everything was going well. Their preseason, their signings, everything was going well. And then they went and announced the captain of the team. And we talked about it on this show. I do not know. See, I'm telling you,
Who they announce?
Odegaard.
preseason, I honestly was thinking, look, Arsenal again, they are getting things
Oh,
right.
that kid.
I think, what's his name? Gabriel Jesus, fantastic addition for them. I believe so. I think they look good right now. But again, you see when we talked about people trying to take the mental, the psychological part of the game away. I'm not saying Odegaard is not strong mentally, or that's not what I'm saying. But the truth is that life is about levels. Ability is about levels, right? Where your ability feel reach, feel be where another person will start. And that's the same for your mental ability, psychological ability, emotional ability, everything. You understand? So when you give the captain armband to this guy, the last time we talked about, people say, so what do you mean? This is just disrespectful. But bro, come on. Like,
But to be honest,
who should be the captain?
I would rather see what them Gabriel they do for that team. The defender.
Yeah.
What did they do for that team? That he can't be the captain.
But I think Gabriel is very indisciplined.
Bro, is what?
He's very indisciplined.
Are you joking?
Last season, the number of
like 2 or 3
he can go off the game. You know when you don't like.
So that makes Odegaard a better captain.
You know, and
No,
Yeah, but
let's not
you also
forget the
don't want-
context.
But to be
Another
honest,
thing is-
to be very
Honors.
Honest.
That's the problem now. Honors gone by. Is that Unilag? If you don't know honors, is that Unilag? I celebrate you, my brother.
to be honest. About you, the man. To be honest, you also don't want your captain getting red carded every time, right?
That's true.
But again, it also shows you no disrespect to Arsenal. If you like disrespect, I don't care. If Odegaard is your team captain,
I know if he take you serious.
that just shows you how mild
See,
the
like,
overall squad
what's the
depth
criteria?
is.
Is
What's
it
the-
experience?
Bro,
Is it long?
bro,
I think
See,
Xhaka would
do you
have been a
understand?
good captain, but he had issues
but
one
they've
time.
hounded the guy.
Right,
They've hounded the guy. I don't know if
that's a true captain
you get
material.
like
in that
that's
team.
saying. I
Even
don't
though
know
he messed
what
up at the
I don't know
time.
what the
What's the
criteria
You have a
is
Granit
because
Xhaka there.
is it that Odegaard is the most vocal or is very vocal in the dressing room? Is it that he's very commanding?
Yeah.
Bro,
Is
back
he
in the
the
day,
best
even
player?
is he
He's
the-
not.
Even
He
when
doesn't-
we
but they
play,
said the
bro,
players are
even when
great
we
with it.
play, bro.
Yeah.
Of course, now Arteta has already made himself the commander of that team.
Yes.
If you see the way everything has gone, Arteta is a commander.
Is the
He's
total
a-
commander.
he's a-
In fact,
And he learned well
one
from
of-
Ben.
one- one of-
Dictator.
one of the clips of the All or Nothing
Yeah.
documentary, there was a part where Arteta was, shouting on Aubameyang that you are not going to be in this club anymore. Like it just shows that Arteta has this, this
That
forceful
fist.
approach.
Yeah, but maybe that's what that team needs as well.
That's what that team needs.
Maybe that
He has
team-
a-
maybe
he has a-
that
he
team-
has
maybe
a
that's what they have
military-
For a
he has
long time now, that's what
military
they need.
approach.
They've needed that kind of
They need
approach
it,
for a while,
trust
to
me.
be honest, because that Arsenal team, I think it was even because of. I mean, look at that team. They've got genuinely young players, something for the future. But that's where they've always been all their life. They've always been something for the future,
Something for the future.
right? So I think this kind of feast would maybe be good enough to just push them forward. And speaking of pushing forward, we're gonna leave at this moment.
Always a pleasure to have you on the Hindsight Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment. We'd just like to have your thoughts shared on the Hindsight Podcast. It's great fun for us recording this one, and we also love to hear from you as well. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your messages, your comments. See you again in the next episode.
Cloud. Reach out.